Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. If you are new here, welcome to the Chan, and thank you for your subscription. If you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday wherever you are. I am your friendly tarot reader. For those of you who don't know, all of my basic menu of question reading can be found pinned at the top of the chat, as well as in the information of the live stream and throughout the chat itself. Today I am using the Mars Power Tarot deck by my favorite tarot artist, Charlie Quintero. I also have her her Jupiter Power deck and her Moon Power deck. Yeah, I started with her Moon Power deck, and then I got this deck, the Mars Power deck, and then I got her Jupiter Power deck. And I think she stopped making the Star Power deck, but I would love to get my hands on that. She has her own store, sixsadgirl.com, but I get all of her stuff off of her Etsy store, sixsadgirl, and as you will see, these cards are super psychedelic and just really, really awesome art. So the three main first, right off the bat, I can't answer medical and or legal questions, but pretty much anything else is a go. And for your questioning convenience, I have 3 different types of readings, basic readings to choose from. First one being a mini reading, which consists of 1 question, 5 cards, and that is $7.77 if you donate using Venmo, Cashapp, or PayPal. If you need to use SuperChat, it is $9.99. I also have a full reading, which is what I really recommend to everyone, which consists of 10 cards, and that can be 1 question, which is what I highly recommend, or it can be split into 2 5-card questions, and that is $14.14, unless you need to use SuperChat, in which it is $20.20. And then I also have my expanded reading, which is 15 cards, and again, that can also be just 1 question, or it can be split into 2 questions, 1 10-card, 1 5-card, or split into 3 5-card readings, and that is $21.21, or if you need to use SuperChat, it's $29.29. I answer all sorts of questions, again, with the exception of medical and or legal, but I'm also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are interested in, please let me know before sending your donation in. I like to make sure and check that they are indeed available to communicate with me specifically at this time. So I'll just need their name and their date of birth, their date of passing, and their relation to you. It's super helpful if you can send a photograph, but it's not necessary. I've definitely gotten through to folks without having a photograph of what they looked like. But that is also an option, and that is $35.35 if you donate using PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. Or if you use SuperChat, it is $50.50. What is my country? I am in the U.S. Helena, and hi and welcome. I answer many types of readings, many types of questions, I should say. A lot of romance, lots of love questions, lots of spirituality questions. And I think my soulmate reading is like a really good blend of a spiritual question that is definitely of a romantic nature. Hi, Yvette. Hey, girl. Hey. All right, for sure. Well, when I receive your donation, you will be next. You hear not that well on here. Yeah, I'm speaking as loudly as I can. I recommend putting on headphones, but I need to get a new microphone for this laptop, so there's only so much I can do. Sorry about that, Helena. The soulmate confirmation reading, I really recommend that for someone who you've it doesn't have to be a romantic confirmation reading, because we have soulmates that come in many different forms. Soulmates that are friends, family members, coworkers, neighbors, you name it. And I didn't say you were deaf. I never said that. Soulmates come in all different shapes and sizes, but I really recommend the soulmate reading for it. Not so much a crush, unless it's someone who you have a crush on, who you've established a consistent relationship with. This is really anyone who you've established a new consistent relationship with. I highly recommend getting the soulmate confirmation reading. It doesn't have to even be of a romantic nature. And we just received our first donation. Thank you so much, Yvette. Thank you, love. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Spray that powder. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that means. But if you have something that you want to contribute to the conversation, you're more than welcome to. But if it's just chatter, then you don't need that. It's all good. Miss Yvette. Are you there, girl? Yvette, it is your turn. Please go ahead and post your question, love. Thank you. Can I get some positive messages from Spirit about BS and event space I've been in for a while? I've seen them as more of my leg up, but not a means to an end. This is for my career with modeling. Absolutely, we can look into that, love. Absolutely. And you're a, did you say you were a Taurus? Themes, masters, and spirit guides. Please provide Yvette with any advice. Well, I can ask. Here's the thing, Yvette. Asking for positive messages can be a little bit tricky, because tarot is all about current energies. I'm not saying that there are no positive things, but tarot is likely going to tell you what they feel you need to hear Does that make the most sense? I think that would be, I mean, we can ask like what positive things, what positive messages they have, but I think they you know, if they were to just say, you know, only the positive things, then that could be potentially harmful as well. Because spirit typically wants you to know the whole rundown. Yeah, that's fine. No problem. I mean, we could also ask it like, you know, what advice do your spirit guides, or what messages regarding BS does spirit think you need to know most at this time? You know, whether it be good, bad, you know, just like the truth, you know. But we could always ask it a different way if you wanted to narrow it down as well. It's not a problem. Bracing for the compensation aspect for this year's show for me with BS. I can't give you a specific number. Tarot can't provide a specific like dollar amount. But they've opened up a lot of doors for me. But I can ask that question and it'll let you know if there's more work coming, if there's more money coming in. I could ask it that way if you wanted. But it wouldn't be like a solid number. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will the compensation aspect be for Yvette's show this year with BS? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will the compensation aspect be for Yvette's show this year with BS? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will the compensation aspect be for Yvette's show this year with BS? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will the compensation aspect be for Yvette's show with BS this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will the compensation aspect be for Yvette's show with BS this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will the compensation aspect be for Yvette's show with BS this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will the compensation aspect be for Yvette's show with BS this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will the compensation aspect be for Yvette's show with BS this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will the compensation aspect be for Yvette's show with BS this year? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will the compensation aspect be for Yvette's show with BS this year? Let's see. We have Two of Cups, Queen of Cups, Eight of Wands reversed, Seven of Swords reversed, and Four of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is definitely, and I think you might have mentioned this. I need my glasses. I don't know. Some days it's weird. Some days I like need to wear my glasses. Others I don't. I feel like I need them today. So I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but I think you said something along the lines of like, this is not like a forever. It's kind of a stepping stone. They, as you mentioned, they've opened up a lot of doors for you. BS has, and with this Two of Cups being the first card, Spirit is saying that this is a really good place for you to be right now, and they acknowledge that it's provided you with a lot of opportunities, and they're also acknowledging that it's going to provide you with more opportunities in the future. And I don't know how long you've been with them, but they definitely value you in your work specifically. What is going on with my glasses? I got something on my glasses. They definitely value you as a model. And I feel like over the next year, I feel like more truth is going to come to light. In terms of their interoperational system, the way that they book, the way that they manage, the way that they determine things. And I don't think any of it is to your disadvantage. But I think it's something with this Eight of Wands reversed. I think it's something that, and also with this Queen of Cups, with this moon here, the Queen of Cups, being, under the guise of the moon. With this Eight of Wands reversed, I feel like it's something that hasn't been communicated to you yet, but will be by the end of this year. And I furthermore see that with this Seven of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords reversed is truths coming to light. And not necessarily, the Seven of Swords is my least favorite card, honestly. It's usually lies, theft, betrayal, deceit, deception. I need to wash these glasses. There's no other two ways around it. But in this case, it's not a matter of BS has lied to you or been deceitful towards you. It's just more that there's the way that they operate is going to become more transparent. In terms of overall financial compensation, though, I don't know if you get paid directly from them or if it's more you're gaining exposure through them, you're gaining opportunities through them, and you will continue to do so with this Four of Cups reversed. Sorry, one sec. So how long have you, wait, are they, you said they're an event, are they an agency? Because I definitely see more opportunities, continued opportunities, but I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not seeing any pentacles here, which was what I wanted to see. I wanted to see more work-based cards, more money-based cards. And this is showing me more transparency in operations, which is great. As a fellow model, that's something that I wish I had more of. Not an agency, but more of a community. Okay. Yeah, and with a lot of art and modeling communities and guilds, there can be a lot of, at least I'm part of a few, and there's definitely a lack of transparency with, I'd say, most of mine, and that's a big issue that a lot of people raise is, like, just figuring out, like, exactly how things are operating and if they're operating fairly and if we're getting, compensated fairly, if everybody's getting compensated fairly, so on and so on and so forth, and that people are, that jobs are being distributed equally and equitably and fairly. So I do see it continuing to provide you with opportunities and exposure. It's a great place. It's a super great, like, community for you to be a part of right now. And Spirit definitely feels that it's something that you should continue to be a part of. And it's a place that you'll continue to grow from. I believe that if you continue to stay with them, but I would also branch out in other directions as well, which I'm sure you are at the same time. They did say that there will be compensation this year. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, there should always be compensation, at least minimal compensation. You shouldn't be working for free unless there's, like, major exposure that is leading to compensation. Like, the only time I ever model for free is when we're doing fundraising for one of the guilds that I work for, and even then I get tipped out. So, like, yeah. But it's also, like, yeah, they also find me work, so they're very sweet. That's good. Hello, I just paid. Thank you so much for your donation, Dakota. Thank you. Yeah, I would definitely stick with them, Yvette. They're good for you. I would also diversify, and continue to look for other opportunities in other communities, and then also other opportunities within BS, because that's really how to do it in any freelancing industry, but especially in the arts and modeling, for sure. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, love. Thank you very much for your donation, love. I appreciate you, Yvette. And slay, girl. You got this. All right, Dakota, thank you so much for your donation. Please go ahead and post your what is the best approach for me in this? So I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna go from here and continue reaching out. They got me the opportunity with ST. That's wonderful. Exactly. I would continue with that, Yvette, for sure. Miss Dakota, my question is, what is the best approach for me in this season of my life, especially in my relationships? What is blocking me from seeing my situation clearly? Okay, so that's two different questions, almost three. What's the best approach for you in the season of your life? What's the best approach for you in relationships? And what's blocking you from seeing your situation clearly? And you donated for one question. So which one of those would you want me to ask for you, love? Let me think. I'd say my approach to my relationships. Okay. And Dakota, what is your sign? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is the best approach for Dakota in this season of her life in terms of relationships? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is the best approach for Dakota in regards to relationships in this season of her life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is the best approach for Dakota in regards to relationships in this season of her life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is the best approach for Dakota in regards to relationships in this season of her life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is the best approach for Dakota in regards to relationships in this current season in her life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is the best approach for Dakota in regards to relationships in this current season of her life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is the best approach for Dakota in regards to relationships in this season of her life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is the best approach for Dakota in regards to relationships in this current season of her life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is the best approach for Dakota in regards to relationships in this current season of her life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is the best approach for Dakota in regards to relationships in this season of her life? You're Virgo. Okay. Strength reversed. The Chariot. Knight of Swords reversed. 4 of Swords reversed. And King of Swords. Okay. I don't know if you're currently seeing anyone right now, but the first card that came to my mind, or the first card that caught my eye was the Chariot here. The Chariot is about going with the flow. You're a Virgo, you're an earth sign, you're a sign of work, of getting things done, of taking action. And when it comes to relationships, yeah, I actually always tell people, if you're looking, to date, I don't know if you're single or not, but I'm just saying in general, when I have clients who are single and are looking to date, I always tell them, like, if you are looking to date, sometimes dating can be work. Putting in that effort and getting to meet new people, putting yourself in positions where you are meeting new people and getting to know them, spending time with them. And that's really all we can do. It's not forcing anything. It's just turning the wheels, essentially. that need to be turned. And I don't know if, again, I don't know if you're single right now. I don't know if you're looking for a relationship. If you are looking for love right now, that's really the best thing that you can do. I am seeing, though, with this Strength Reversed card, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know you personally. I don't know if I've read for you before. But this Strength Reversed is usually indicative of a feeling of insecurity or a lack of courage, lack of strength, feeling insecure in sorry, we're talking about relationships here. I'm so very sorry. One moment. This is a call from my doctor. I'm not even joking. 1 second. I'll be right back. My apologies for that. All right. So the Strength Reverse card is often a sign that someone may feel insecure. Oh, sorry. All right. Might feel insecure about moving forward in a certain direction. And then we've got a lot of swords here. No worries. I'm currently in a relationship but facing some tough decisions. I'm not able to disclose it all publicly at the moment. No problem. No. And you don't, when I ask questions, I often say, and you don't have to answer because this is a public forum. So I apologize if I didn't say that, if I did ask a question. So yeah, no, you don't need to give me, you can give me any information you want or withhold anything that you want as well. That's totally fine. I'm here to just read what I'm seeing. And I'm sure you're probably noticing too, there's a lot of swords here. You have read for me a couple times before. Oh, and the readings were spot on, helpful and so unpredictable. Well, pretty darn. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's always lovely to hear. Thank you, and welcome back. Sorry, I don't. YouTube switched things around a few months ago with people's usernames. I don't know if you noticed it, but now it's like people's @usernames. So you probably came up under a different username, and that I would have recognized, but because your name sounds familiar. But yeah, back to what I'm noticing here is these 3 swords. Swords being the realm of the mind, and we're talking about the realm of the heart right now. So you mentioned that you're currently in a relationship, but you're facing some tough decisions. Okay, because I was getting single energy from this. That's interesting. I was getting energy, and correct, and again, you don't have to answer me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the energy I was getting was that there's something that you want to move forward from, and looking deeper into it, this Knight of Swords reversed, King of Swords, something that you perhaps might want to end. Not in a cruel way. You don't want to hurt. I don't think you want to hurt the person. I don't think you want to hurt the person that you're with. The King of Swords is very fair and very judicious, and I think you for sure have your reasons. This is not something that, and if that's not the tough decision, the ending of the connection itself, it's something about something within the connection coming to a close. So with this swords, it's something coming to an end. Something, so it might be a type of behavior. But this Four of Swords reversed is also often a sign of at least wanting to take a step back and observe things in solitude. Look at the big picture from a different, from a more like, I mean, the Hermit didn't come up, but I'm thinking of the Hermit, and you're a Virgo too. Like, yeah, assessing things in solitude, which is, you know, yeah, I'm here, so you're not by yourself. But tarot, I think, is very introspective, even though it involves two people. Not all the time. Sometimes people read for themselves, but it's a very introspective thing. And again, these swords being the realm of the mind, there's something that's on your mind. And I'm also thinking of the Two of Wands reversed. I didn't pull that either, but I'm thinking of the Two of Wands reversed. It's like, yeah, there's a decision to be made, possibly more than one, and it's almost like it's such a difficult decision that's so heavily loaded that it's like you'd almost wish that you didn't have to make it. But logic, and correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have to, but I feel like logic is I don't want to say like taking over or superseding your heart, but I feel like you're just listening to your sense of logic more than your emotions and what's coming from your heart, which is very sensible, very earth sign energy. So that's interesting because yeah, oftentimes when people ask questions like how should I approach, you know, relationships, the answer I often see is like, you know, stay in the present, stay grounded. Looks like you are very much in the present moment. You are very grounded, but it doesn't make the situation easier. You know, to make a decision. Yeah. Been there, where it's just like, oh, can I just like not be in this conundrum, or like, can I outsource this decision making process to someone else? Because yeah, no, it's tough. That's that King of Swords. Yeah, needing to make a decision, and whatever your intuition is swaying more towards, Dakota, I'll tell you this: whatever your intuition and logic is swaying towards more is likely the correct decision. Because these are all cards of logic, and we were talking about relationships. So, from that perspective, I'd also say that Spirit's saying, you know, even though relationships are matters of the heart, they're also all encompassing. They're also matters of the mind and, you know, logic that needs to be taken into account. You're a grounded Virgo, so you got that down. But again, it doesn't make things easier. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, girl. Thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate you, and I hope that I brought you some clarity there, to that tough situation, tough decision. Four of Swords reversed, yeah, taking a step back and meditating on things more. I know it's on your mind a lot, but Spirit's also not saying to not think about it, like it is something important to think about. You're very welcome, love. You're very welcome. Thank you, thank you. All right, so the donation queue is currently open. If you have a question and you send a donation, you will be read for next. I believe I was talking about my soulmate reading confirmation earlier. Yeah, soulmate confirmation reading earlier, and how I totally recommend that for folks who are like starting a new relationship, or maybe like a couple months into a new relationship. Hey, Lorraine. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you so much. I just received your donation, love. Thank you. I hope you are doing well today. Happy Sunday to you. It doesn't really feel like a Sunday, probably because I had work this morning. But I hope you're having a very relaxing one. How can I help you, love? Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Yeah. It's a little hormonal, but I'm feeling a little better. What uplifting messages do I need to know? Anything really something positive? You know, I had a similar question, Lorraine, earlier, and I told her the same thing that I tell every person who asks this question. And you may have asked you may have asked me a similar question in the past, but when people ask for positive answers or blessings, I can't promise that tarot is going to, especially with a mini reading that's with 5 cards out of 78, and I read reversals. I can't promise that there's going to be an abundance of positive messages. What Spirit really reads is there's 2 things. It's about reading current energies, not predicting the future, and oftentimes Spirit, I don't want to say they circumvent the reading, but they want you to hear the truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If they tell you only positive things and there's something that they need to warn you about or let you know, that could do you a serious disservice. So if you're looking for something uplifting, I always say I'm not a soothsayer, and tarot's not for soothsaying. But I have myself a fabulous little collection of oracle cards, which I'd be more than happy to pull for you. We could even do a combination of a couple different decks, if you'd like. I don't want to deny your question, because I know, I think yeah, you want to hear something positive, anything really positive. And we know tarot. Tarot can just be harsh. The truth can be harsh sometimes. And so we can go ahead with tarot. I'm open to just a general. You want to just do a general? Okay. You got it. Just the messages Spirit feels you need to hear at this time. And yeah, if you need to hear good news and there's good news without caveats, they'll definitely say, Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, please provide Lorraine with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, please provide Lorraine with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, please provide Lorraine with any and all messages you feel that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, please provide Lorraine with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, please provide Lorraine with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, please provide Lorraine with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, please provide Lorraine with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, please provide Lorraine with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, please provide Lorraine with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, please provide Lorraine with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Okay, girl, let's do this. We have the Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 6 of Swords, and the World. Well, hot diggity dang, girl. I'm really glad that you went with it. I'm really, really glad that you went with this, girl. Sorry, give me one sec. This is so good. This is so good. I'm so glad. Oh my This is a wonderful reading. And it's not just because they're all upright, girl. These are, I mean, you know tarot. You read tarot. You know what's up. These are good-ass cards. There's nothing, I don't see anything bad. I see nothing bad in any of these cards. Starting with the very first card, you came and asked, what did you say? I want to quote you. Because I feel like Spirit is like, yeah, you do need to hear something good. And there, you know, Spirit doesn't lie. Like, they know you need some good news right now, and they want to let you know that there are good things on the horizon. That what uplifting message do I need to know? Anything really something positive? Well, Wheel of Fortune, I think I was gonna say the Wheel of Fortune and the World, I think, are the two cards that I think of when it comes to blessings coming into one's life. Especially the Wheel of Fortune in its upright position. The Wheel of Fortune is changes, positive changes, fortuitous, fortunate changes, good stuff. If it was reversed, I'd either things aren't really changing or they might take a turn for the worse. But no, this is great. And then paired with this Eight of Wands, expect this to happen soon for two reasons. One, the Eight of Wands, the very meaning of the Eight of Wands is fast energy, no delays. Eight of Wands reversed is very Mercury retrograde energy, and we've just emerged from Mercury retrograde. I see like the image I'm getting in my mind is like a snake shedding its skin, molting and like starting the spring anew. This is beautiful energy. The Ace of Swords is also that very, very speedy, fast energy that I was talking about. But then I forgot to mention the second part of the Eight of Wands. Yeah, the very meaning of the Eight of Wands is that it's going to happen soon, whatever this blessing is. And I think it's not just one, I think it's multiple blessings. It's going to happen soon. And the fact that Spirit picked up on it so quickly, as I mentioned, as I told you from the start, tarot is about reading current energies. If this is what they're seeing now, this is in your wheelhouse. This is this is bound to happen because it's the path that you're on. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. Okay, let me quickly add you here. Sorry. There we go. Okay. The Ace of Swords. Yeah. Also, I'm looking for a new job. I'm also just focusing on my healing. Ace of Swords. I was just gonna say, girl. Ace of Swords is a new beginning, a fast new start, more rest, more joy, more of me as an where you're the main character of your story, your life story. Absolutely. Not just the Ace of Swords, but the Six of Swords are both telling me that you are going to be finding a new job and or a new place sometime soon. The Six of Swords, I first thought this meant that you were going to find a new place soon. It could be both, but there's something new, definitely new and positive coming into your future, your very near future, and something. The World is also a card of like negative chapters, negative cycles coming to a close. And when one thing comes to a close, another thing opens up. One door closes, another one opens. So, as in authenticity, living your truest life, your best life. Yeah, absolutely. So this is absolutely beautiful, Lorraine. I love this. This was a pleasure for me to read for you. I got a little nervous there. I was like, oh, I hope there's no bad news, and I hope it's not all bad news. Hope there's at least some good news, but this is just all good, all amazing stuff, Lorraine. Is she crying? Is who crying? The last card? No, she has two hearts drawn underneath her eyes. She has super beautiful hair. Look at her hair, girl. Whenever I do like coloring books of pretty ladies, I usually color their hair like that. Oh, there we go. It's like purple and pink and blue. But no, those are two hearts underneath her eyes. She's not crying. No one's crying here. Woo! Yeah, no, good stuff. Good stuff, love. And the world's certainly no reason to cry. Yeah. All like I said, it's not just all those cards were upright. They were all really good cards, and cards of blessings. I love that. You're so welcome, Lorraine. You are very welcome, love. Thank you. Kay, thank you for your donation, my friend. Happy Sunday to you. Let's see here. So you made a donation over Super Chat. Thank you very much for $29.99. Or yeah, $29.98. And okay, so that would be, yeah, a 15 card. Are these cards new? I think you have one that's similar. These aren't new, but I've had them for maybe 2 years. She's my favorite tarot artist though, Charlie King Tarot. I have the Mars Power deck. Was the second deck of hers I got. The first deck of hers I got was the Moon Power deck, and then I got the Jupiter Power deck maybe a year ago. She has a deck called the Star Power deck that I really want, but I think it might be out of print. And then she has another one called Naughty by Nature, which I would probably get kicked off of YouTube if I used. It's like really spicy, a little too spicy for my cup of tea. But the Star Power one is so pretty, and I love the star. It's my favorite card. And but yeah, I love the art. Her art's super just psychedelic, wild, cool stuff. Mr. K, thank you so much again for your donation, my friend. So you donated for a 15 card reading. Did you want 15 cards or did you have multiple questions? What are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions? That's the girl that you're dating, right? The girl that you went on a date with recently? And what's her sign again? She an Aries? She's an Aquarius. Okay. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Thanks, messages and spirit guides. What are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Thanks, messages and spirit guides. What are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Thanks, messages and spirit guides. What are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Thanks, messages and spirit guides. What are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Thanks, messages and spirit guides. What are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Thanks, messages and spirit guides. What are Sanoa's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Kay? Seven of Cups, the Lovers reversed, Ace of Swords, the Empress reversed, Five of Wands, Nine of Swords reversed, Six of Pentacles, the Chariot reversed. I kept seeing that when I was shuffling. The Magician, Three of Swords reversed, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Two of Cups reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed, King of Wands reversed, and Six of Swords. Okay. I know you like me to freestyle through your readings, which I'm happy to do. I think you told me that the date went well between the two of you, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that was like last weekend. But I do see a shift in energies on both sides here. We'll start with your current energies. We have the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Swords reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. The Seven of Cups is like you feel very, I think you feel very decisive about her. Like if you could have her as your girlfriend right now, I think that you would. If it were up to you, or if she wanted to be your girlfriend right now, you know you want her. You know you want her to be your girlfriend. You're very solid on that fact. But with this Nine of Swords reversed, which I was also seeing a lot while I was shuffling, there's also, I do feel like you, while you don't have any doubts regarding wanting to date her and continue getting to know her, and especially get to know her in a more romantic context, there are some doubts, some worries that you have, where you're feeling left in the dark. And this Nine of Pentacles reversed is, I think, it can indicate a few things. One, you have put a decent amount of time and effort into this connection, and you don't want to see it not have the results that you would want it to. But it's also indicative of being, of feeling possibly insecure in a connection, specifically when it comes to like material things. Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. It went well, but I don't feel like I trust her. I'm left confused too often. Yes, I got that sense. Like you don't know where you stand. Like the date went well, but you're kind of left in limbo. And yeah, that would definitely that could definitely lead to two things: feelings of insecurity and worries compounding. Like, trying to fill in the gaps. Like, did I say something wrong, or is it something I did, or coming, trying to think of explanations as to why you're left so confused. Which is, one shouldn't feel confused. One should feel sure. When it comes to matters of the heart. When it comes to her general energies, we have the Five of Wands, the Three of Swords reversed, and the Six of Swords. Five of Wands, she's definitely conflicted. She definitely has conflicts regarding this connection. And I don't, because it's in its upright position, I don't feel like it's an internal conflict. I don't feel like it's like she's being too guarded in love, or is fearful of love. I'm gonna be just straight up with you. I do think she has quite a few suitors. I think she has. I don't. When I say quite a few, I don't know how many, but I think there's other dudes that are interested in her. She gets quite a bit of attention. Um, and Five of Wands is often indicative of that, of like competition between suitors, and conflicts between that. This Three of Swords reversed is telling me two things. She doesn't want to. Well, with this Six of Swords, it's not so much that I feel like she's afraid of getting her heart broken with you. It's more I fear that she's afraid of hurting you. She doesn't want to disappoint you. She doesn't want to hurt you. But with the Six of Swords, I do get the energy that she's mentally elsewhere. Her focus is elsewhere. Her current thoughts, we have the Lovers reversed, the Six of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups reversed. While I do sincerely think that she likes you as a person and likes you as a friend, I don't, I'm not seeing any cups here. Well, only the Two of Cups, and it's reversed, which I'll get to in a moment. But this Lovers reversed is telling me that I don't think she thinks that this has romantic potential, but she does value you as a friend with the Six of Pentacles, and definitely doesn't want to hurt you. But at the same time doesn't feel that, or doesn't think that there's a romantic, specifically a romantic connection between the two of you at this time. Two of Cups reversed, the Lovers reversed. Her current feelings towards you, we have the Ace of Swords, the Chariot reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. When you say that the date went, you said it went well, but I don't feel like I trust her. I'm left confused too often. You don't have to answer me, but I'm gonna suspect that the reason why you perhaps feel confused too often is because I think when she does communicate with you, she can be very vague and dismissive and kind of beat around the bush, and keeps it kind of keeps the communication limited. And with her feelings, we have the Ace of Swords, the Chariot reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. She feels like she needs to tell you the truth. I think she she knows that you must feel confused. She's no dummy, and she's not being forthright with her feelings or in her actions, and so the very least she could be is forthright in her words, which I do think she feels she needs to be, but she doesn't feel like this connection is going to go in a romantic direction, and might not go much further if it, because I think she knows that it is not likely that you want to be just friends with her. I could be wrong. The connection is too bipolar. 1 week it's good and the next it's bad, even when I walk away. So she flip-flops a lot. Yeah. Well, she's definitely flopped. Bipolar and affectionate energies. Yeah. No, I don't get bipolar energy from her, like, mentally, but I yeah, this does look bipolar energies. Yeah. And it could be, I don't, this 5 of Wands, I mentioned that I do think there's other people, or there's other guys that are interested in her, and I think at some points her attentions get moved over to them, and then at some points they get moved over to you, and they could be experiencing a lot of the same things as well. I wouldn't be surprised, because the energy I get from her is very 7 of Cups reversed. Even though I don't see it, I see someone who can't make up their mind, can't make a decision, but also feels like they don't want to put the work into this connection. With this Knight of Pentacles reversed, her intentions, we have the Empress reversed, the Magician, and the King of Wands reversed. Yeah, you're probably right. It's all a headache. Yeah. It's not. I don't want to say she's not handling it like an adult or like a grown up, but her communication wise, it sounds like she's not navigating it very well. And I see this here with her intentions, actually. Yeah, the Empress reversed. I don't know how old she is, but she's definitely not seated in her, I wouldn't say she's fully seated in her divine feminine energies. And perhaps never has been, and has always had a difficult time navigating these matters. I've already moved on before the reading, at least emotionally. This is for keeping me sane. Yeah. And the Empress reverse is also telling me, yeah, she's not wanting to be your Empress. But with the Magician, I don't see her wanting to cut you out of her life. But at the same time, do you want her in your life if it's just going to be this up and down? And I think the answer would be no. I think I've asked you before, like, if she just wanted to be friends, would you see her as like someone who you would just want legitimately as a friend? I don't remember if that was you or someone else, but I think the answer was like no. I don't think so. Yeah, and that back and forth is not healthy for anyone. And again, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and then we have the King of Wands reversed. When it comes to her intentions, I don't see her really doing anything, really taking care of anything, making any executive decisions. Like, I don't see a clear decision for her to, like, to clarify the connection between the two of you, what, who you guys are to one another, and like where it's going. She's a grown woman, she should be able to do that. It's all just a little too adolescent for me. Can't look back anymore. I 100% hear you, Kay. I 100% hear you. This does, yeah. I don't know how old she is, but I get the sense that even if she is, in her 30s, which she strikes me as maybe in her early 20s. I don't know, but it's very immature energy. not intentional, but I just don't think she's an emotionally mature person. Whereas you are very emotionally mature and have a lot of emotional depth, and you also know your boundaries and your limits as well too. Um, so I think you're making the best decision. I'm young, so I feel more mature than people my age. I could see that. I could see that for sure. Yeah, when I was in my early 20s, I was friends usually. Most of my friends were older people. I usually dated older people. I mean, not like way older, but like 5, 10 years older. Um, yeah, because of reasons like this, people were very emotionally immature as friends, as in relationships. Not all, but a lot of people my own age when I was younger, and it was frustrating. But I think I definitely feel like you're making the right decision here mentally, um, moving on emotionally. You know, it's too chaotic. It's not within. It's not aligned with your energetical. Your energetical. I just made up a word, bruh. It's not. It's not aligned with your energetic energies. Your energetic energies. Your energetic vibrations. It doesn't. This connection doesn't align with it. Her energies don't align with yours, and if they can't align now, you know how would they align in the future? Um, but at least as it stands right now, I think this is the smartest move is to just look to greener pastures and see it just for what it is. And you gave it your best. You gave it your best shot. A lot of people can't say that. A lot of people don't take that shot. But you're a man of action. You're a Leo. You take action, and really her loss at the end, but your win because she really wasn't the one for you, and the one for you's out there, the right one for sure. Well, thank you very much, Kay. I super duper appreciate you, and I hope I brought you some clarity there, um, to some confusion. Um, it is what it ain't. Yeah, yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you. All right. So the donation queue is currently open. Yeah, I was talking about the soulmate confirmation reading earlier. That can be done in one of two ways. We can just directly ask your spirit guides, your angels, your messengers, if the person in your life is indeed a soulmate of yours, or alternatively, we can ask your angels, your messengers, and your spirit guides if they give their blessing towards the person in question in your life. I also offer past life regression readings. Those are fascinating, absolutely fascinating. I've been participating in and studying past life regression therapy since I was extremely young, um, and it can just teach you so much about yourself and your psyche and your behaviors, your desires, your fears, and it can really be asked with any intention. Yes, we can ask, what past life could help you navigate this life best, but we could also ask, what past life of yours was the most advantageous, or which past life of yours was the most difficult. Um, there's no limit the um, to the intention in which we ask past life reading. And yeah, I get a lot of romance questions. A lot of people have questions about love and romance. And when people come in and ask, what are so and so's thoughts towards me? Or how does so and so feel towards me? What are so and so's energies towards me? I always recommend my love reading or my TFI spread. It's at no additional donation amount. It's just a reading suggestion, and it essentially answers 3 questions in one. It tells you what their current thoughts are towards you, their current feelings are at this time, as well as their current intentions towards you, and their current energies in general for the connection, as well as your current energies in general towards the connection. And that can be done with a 5-card mini reading, or a 10-card full reading, or a 15-card in-depth reading, as I just read for our friend Kay. I also offer private readings. I offer 2 different types of private readings. I offer them by appointment only. Please reach out to me over email or Instagram to schedule that. It's over Zoom, and you schedule the amount of time that you would like to chat with me, and it's like this. The setup is like this. We have the card table, me, and there's no limit to the number of questions that I can ask for you. There's no limit to the number of cards that I can pull for you. We just get to the bottom of things, and if we need to extend your time, if you want more time with your private reading, you can always do that too. And there's also the benefit of discretion and privacy with one-on-one readings that a YouTube live stream just can't provide. And then alternatively, I also offer private readings at no additional donation amount. I do those over DMs over Instagram or typed over email. And we just received another donation from Kay. Thank you so much, Kay. Please go ahead and post your question right there. Oh, thank you so much. We got 2 donations from Kay. Okay, so, so that comes to 1998. So you wanted a 10-card reading? Okay. You got it, my friend. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. General message of advice from my guides. You got it. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Thank you. Queen of Swords, Three of Swords reversed, the Fool, the Emperor, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, Page of Swords reversed, Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant reversed, and Temperance. Okay. Interesting, we got quite a few of the same cards from the last reading, even though it was a totally different question. The first thing that I'm seeing here that catches my eyes immediately are these two cards. This Queen of Swords upright and this Queen of Cups reversed is telling me that Spirit is saying to focus on your mind and your logic and your mental health, your intuition right now. To not neglect your emotions. Spirit's not saying to not listen to your heart or to not listen to your emotions or to not process feelings. But what they're saying is the more you listen to your logic, and it sounds like you're already on this path, bro. It sounds like, the message that I'm getting is the more that you listen to your logic over your heart and your feelings, like, the more clarity, and not only the more clarity are you going to get, but how do I put this? There will be improvements. There will be improvements in your life in more than just one area of your life, but like just overall, there will be, I see improvements. I see you being on the right path. This Three of Swords reversed and Page of Swords reversed, these are both cards of processing disappointment. And I think that emphasis on the word processing disappointment. If this card was upright, I would be more concerned. Again, I think you're doing a really good job of focusing on the practical and the logical rather than the often chaotic energy of the realm of emotions and the realm of the heart. Spirit is saying you're really well on the path of processing the disappointments you've experienced recently. Your head's not entirely above the clouds. There is still a bit of a fog of confusion that they can't deny with this Page of Swords reversed. But clarity, like full clarity, is coming, and it's coming soon. And I see it right here. I was mentioning earlier that I'm seeing that Spirit's saying that you're definitely on the right path at this time with the Fool card and the Seven of Pentacles. They're acknowledging that you're for sure on the right path. You're in the right headspace. Your way of thinking is, I don't want to say the correct way of thinking, but yeah, you're seeing things. Even though you're feeling confused, Spirit is saying that you are seeing things for how they are. You're less confused than you think you might be. To listen to your intuition, to not doubt your intuitions. But they're also acknowledging that while you're on the right path, and this path is going to serve you best in the long term, they do also acknowledge that it can feel frustrating sometimes with the Seven of Pentacles. That frustration in the redirection of your path, but it's not the entire path of your life. It's just one aspect. And then we have this beautiful Emperor card with the Hierophant reversed, again, you being on the right path, Spirit acknowledging and appreciating your behavior, your conduct, your way of thinking, your communication. You're definitely on the right path. You are fully seated in your divine masculine energies and have more agency and control in your life than you may think you do. And with the Hierophant reverse, this is two things. It's another reminder to really listen to your intuition right now. And it's also a reminder that your path is unique to you and you alone. Your success story is not going to look the same as anyone else's. So as hard as it can be to not compare ourselves to others at times and the paths that they're on and where they're at and how they and when they get there, in the manner in which they get there, Spirit's saying with this Hierophant reverse that you will get to that point of success. You will achieve the things that you dream of, and you don't have to always go about it in traditional ways that everybody else does as well. That's another thing about things being, your own path, not having to follow the beat of another person's drum. And again, with not comparing other people's journeys, this Nine of Pentacles reversed, if you are feeling insecure regarding your money situation right now, or your job situation, or just your material situation in general, again, Spirit is saying that this journey is unique to you and you alone. That you will find success. You will gain what you'll see a return on what you put in this life. It may not happen at the same time, within the same time frame as others around you. It may happen sooner, it may happen slower. But it's important to recognize that you're, the story of your life is unique to you, and you have a lot of say in how that story unfolds, how each chapter begins and ends. And I would say there is a new chapter. This is or at least a new sub chapter, and Spirit's saying that you're definitely on the right path. You're on the right start, and just continue doing what you're doing, staying focused on the things you're focused on, and you will see a return here in your efforts, your energetic investments, your mental investments, your emotional investments. You will see a balanced return on. So that is what I am seeing for you, Kay. Thank you very much again for your donation, my friend. I really appreciate you, and hope I brought you some additional clarity there. Spirit's on board with you right now. I mean, Spirit's almost all. I can't really think of a time I've read for you and Spirit's been like, yo, redirect him. I get messages like that all the time for a lot of my clients, but I don't think I've ever gotten that for you. Spirit, I can confidently say, I think Spirit has always said, yeah, like, you're on the right path. I think maybe once or twice they've said, like, you're on the right path, but there's certain things you got to redirect, or, but yeah, you're on the right. Your way of thinking is aligned with your spirit guides, and they're saying that it's the best way of thinking, and it's going to serve you the best. Life just been a lot sometimes. Absolutely, Dude, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I don't. Mercury retrograde just came to an end. I think it was. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. But I actually had no idea that we were actually in Mercury retrograde for the past month or so. But that would explain a lot in regards to the readings I've been giving for my clients and my life as well, and communications with folks scattered all over the place. But good news is Mercury is now out of retrograde and things should be getting back to normal, restoring balance. And that's what temperance is all about, is restoration of balance and seeing a return one's efforts. All right place, right time energy, all in the right time. So thank you again, Kay. Thank you very much. So the donation queue is currently open. So whoever is next to donate will be read for next. Thank you very, very much. Why, hello, 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 Sarah. How are you doing, girl? Thank you so much for your donation. Let me go ahead and add you here. How are you doing? Good, me too, me too. Had a nice weekend, nice relaxing weekend. Hope you did too. Were you interested in a 10-card reading, or did you have 2 questions? The love spread. So 1 question for Cam, the Scorpio, and you. You got it, love. You got it. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords reversed, 9 of Pentacles reversed, 5 of Swords, Page of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Cups reversed, 6 of Wands reversed, King of Swords reversed, 3 of Swords reversed, and 5 of Wands. Holy moly. I know I've read for you and Cam before, but I'm blanking on you guys. This is someone who you have a past with, isn't it? Because there's some really, really bent out of shape feelings, to put it lightly. I'll start with your current energies. We have the 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups reversed. This is telling me that there's kind of a yin yang going on within you. On one hand, there's sorry. Not a huge past, just talked for a couple of weeks, but we reconnected. Okay. So there's part of you that wants to make this work. No fights or anything, but we're at a distance. Okay, because there's something that's not satisfying you. You want to make this work. You want, and it's gonna, and if you guys are at a physical distance, that does take actual coordination and work. Coming from someone who tried, I did my first long distance relationship when I was in my 20s. Didn't last too long. It started local, and then he moved away. And then I met someone who lived in New York a couple years ago, and I tried dating him. It's tough, unless, like, I don't know how far you guys are from one another physically, but it takes a lot of coordination, time, money, coordination, work, and there's something about the connection with this Nine of Cups reverse that's not satisfying you. That's not. It's. There's something about it that's not making you content. His general energies, we have the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Five of Wands. He is definitely facing external conflicts. You said that there's distance between the two of you. That will definitely create external conflicts. And this Page of Pentacles reversed is telling me, when it comes to his general energies, that he's kind of at a loss when it comes to figuring out how to feasibly, logically make this work, make this happen. Page of Pentacles being the student of work, of coordination. He doesn't know how to make this work, which is conflicting him. His thoughts towards the connection right now, we have the Seven of Swords reversed and the Six of Wands reversed. Wow, Six of Wands reversed and the Five of Swords. Yeah, he's really, I don't know when the last time you guys spoke to one another was, or what the energy was like, but the energy that I'm picking up from him is really like disappointed and really pessimistic, I think is the best word I could use to describe the energies I'm picking up. His thoughts, yeah, Seven of Swords reversed and the Six of Wands reversed. The Seven of Swords reversed. He does want we spoke today. It was really good, actually. Yeah, I was just going to say he does genuinely like you, and does and I was just going to say he wouldn't feel these feelings of frustration if he didn't genuinely have feelings for you and want this to work. It feels very like he's setting himself up almost for disappointment with this pessimism because he's so afraid of getting hurt, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. With his intentions. But yeah, I do see someone who genuinely really likes you. People don't have feelings like this unless there's some kind of past or a desire that's difficult to meet. And that's kind of what I'm seeing is he feels very defeated. Five of Swords is defeat. Page of Pentacles is a feeling defeat. Six of Wands reversed is defeat. Seven of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords upright is like doing anything one can to make something work, whether it being lying, cheating, begging, borrowing, stealing. And as much as he wants to make this work with you, he does realize the difficulties. The obstacles, despite the affection between the two of you, and this is all you. Like, I'm not seeing like he's distracted by another person or his affections are with someone else. It's very you focused, but it is very much. All these are very much energies of frustration, and also with the Seven of Swords reversed, he's likely putting on a happy face and not expressing his fears here. The Seven of Swords is often like keeping up appearances for the sake of harmony and lack of conflict. But I think in his heart of hearts, I truly believe that he is actually scared that this won't work out this time. Because he really wants it to. And I see this with his feelings. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed and the King of Swords reversed. You said he's a Scorpio. So he is a water sign. But he is a very logical person. And as true as his feelings are for you, he does know that in order for a relationship to flourish, there needs to obstacles can't be in the way. That prevent you from seeing one another regularly, not having to question where one is physically or emotionally, and he doesn't want to let go of you. This Nine of Pentacles reversed doesn't want to cut you out of his life with this King of Swords reversed, but he is feeling fearful and pessimistic about how the hows and whys, or not the whys, but the hows, in terms of you guys being able to be a couple. Like not long distance. His intentions, again, I'm seeing this pessimism, and pessimism that I feel is coming from a place of he's so afraid of getting disappointed and getting hurt and this not working out, that he's already accepted that defeat is possible with this Five of Swords, Six of Wands reversed, and it's all in an effort to avoid setting himself up for possible disappointment. This Three of Swords is disappointment, and I think he's already wanting more. Wanting to see you more, wanting more of your time, but knowing that the distance creates real tangible obstacles there. Thank you so much for your donation. We just received a donation from Shatiria. Thank you. So again, I don't see him wanting to end things with you, Sarah. I do see him continuing to talk to you, but I think at a certain point this will come to. I think you guys will have this conversation. It's not like he's being pessimistic in the sense like, well, I don't really care, or I don't really like her. No, well, I don't understand I understand really why someone would be pessimistic for that reason, but it's more like, well, I'm going to expect the worst, just in case the worst happens. Just in case I do get disappointed, I'll be less disappointed if I expect the worst. Which I've done myself. I don't know if you've done that, but I've done it myself. Like, just like not kept up my hopes, not tried to get too excited about something in an effort to not have that Three of Swords feeling. And it never really works. We can stay grounded and stay in the present moment. But like I said, at a certain point, I do think that this is going to come up in conversation. And I don't think it's going to end things. But it will, I think, facilitate, like, making solid goals and taking solid steps in order to make this work. Because I do see two people that really want to be with each other. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, love. Thank you so much for your donation. Again, I appreciate you, and I hope I brought you clarity. Okay. Shateria, thank you for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Hi, Shateria. Hello, did Johnny Bonner recognize me the other day when he saw me? Let's see. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Johnny Bonner recognize Shateria the other day when he saw her? Sorry, 1 second. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Johnny Bonner recognize Shateria when he saw her the other day? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Johnny Bonner recognize Shateria when he saw her the other day? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Johnny Bonner recognize Shateria when he saw her the other day? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Johnny Bonner recognize Shateria when he saw her the other day? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Johnny Bonner recognize Shateria when he saw her the other day? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Johnny Bonner recognize Shateria when he saw her the other day? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Johnny Bonner recognize Shateria when he saw her the other day? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Johnny Bonner recognize Shateria when he saw her the other day? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Johnny Bonner recognize Shateria when he saw her the other day? Knight of Swords, Four of Cups, Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and the Star reverse. Yeah. Yeah, he did. He recognized you. 100%. Again, I know I told you that it was him that you saw. I forget your guys' history, if you guys have dated, or how long ago it's been. But yeah, like even with people that I haven't seen in like years, when I do meet up with them again, like even if they've like aged or whatever, like there's still certain core aspects of someone's self that people recognize, like their posture, the way they walk, the way they hold themselves. And yeah, he has full knowledge of that with this Knight of Swords. He recognized that with this Page of Wands. Definitely recognized you with this Queen of Pentacles. It's been a while since we've seen each other. Yeah. And that's what I think this Four of Cups and the Star reversed is he recognized you, but he did. I think you guys kind of mirrored one another. Like you guys both recognized one another, but because it's been a while, you both doubted yourselves. This Four of Cups was him, like like instinctively, like the moment he saw you, he recognized you, but then his like self-doubt crept in and said, oh no, there's a good chance it might not be her. So, and because we have this star reversed card, this is indicative of two things: the fact that he didn't say hi to you, didn't um, wave, um, and didn't express, didn't flow himself, didn't flow his energy towards you, because he wasn't sure that what he was seeing was really like clear. You know what I mean? Like he knew, like like I don't know if you were maybe in the dark, or if there was a shadow, or maybe there was something blocking you, but like he knew it was you, but then he wasn't, he was like 98% sure, but that shadow of a doubt was what prevented him from just saying, hey, because of self-doubt I didn't say. And yeah, and I was going to say, and if I'm remembering correctly, it was the same deal with you. You recognized him instantly, but and I asked, and I think I asked you, like, why didn't you say hi? And you said, because it might not have been him. You know, same thing with him. Yeah. So he was afraid of possibly saying hi to someone that he didn't actually know, when I think he knew, like, really strongly that it was you, but that self-doubt, that Four of Cups, that star reversed, crept in there. That's, yeah, I was on a phone call when I randomly saw him. Okay, so that also could have been part of it as well. He saw you engaged in communication. You were focused on something else. Your attentions were on something else. So he was, hesitant to reach out. I don't know if he has your number, if he could reach out to you. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be cool if you guys could just say hey or something. I don't know. I don't know how things ended between the two of you, but I get the sense that both of you would have liked to have said hey. But yes, he did recognize you. And it's funny, before I turned the cards, I got that sense. I was like, I bet you anything the card, like, it's a yes. Yeah. It's interesting how how like sharply the human mind can recognize faces and different parts of people's, how we present ourselves. Um, you were in no contact. Okay, but it's been a while. Like, would you say it's been long enough where you guys are like over whatever caused the no contact? Or because I don't get the sense that he feels bitter about anything. I would love it if you guys could, I don't know, get into contact. If it's meant to be, Like, I don't know if he has your contact information still, or if you've changed it, but yeah. Well, that is what I am seeing for you, Miss Shateria. Thank you so much for your donation, love. Ever since I've seen him the other day, I've been wondering if he recognized me. It's been 2 years. I know that feeling. Yeah. Um, I hope I get the opportunity again. Yeah. I mean, was it somewhere that you go often? Because yeah, it can be. It's rare that we run into people randomly. Um, I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but I'm hoping that it's somewhere that you guys both go regularly, and we'll just bump into each other again. But Yeah, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, as they say, and as I always say. All right. So I have been on for a little over 2 hours now. So it's that time of night. We work at the same hospital but different departments. Oh, so was it at the hospital? So the chances are not so low at all. If you guys work at the same hospital, they're actually quite high. I did not know that. Okay. Definitely some possibility there. Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know why things ended, why there was the no contact, but you know, if you feel like you're past it and if he feels like he's past it, you know, 2 years is quite a while and a lot of time to grow and heal and definitely time to reconnect, possibly. Yeah. So I am doing last call for all donations tonight. If you have a question you'd like me to answer for you, I am still on. I'm gonna stay on for the next few minutes to see if anyone has any questions that they'd like to ask tonight. I know a lot of people, I've even been told this by people, they'll come on and want to ask a question and feel hesitant about asking it until like the last minute. And I've been that way too with sometimes with questions. Sometimes it can be a question, a matter of time. Last call, everybody, for any and all donations tonight. Last call, thank you so much. Last call, everybody, tonight for all donations. Thank you. If you have a question you need me to answer, I am here for you. Last call tonight for all donations. Thank you. Last call for any and all donations tonight. Last call. Thank you. Last call tonight for all donations. Last call. All right, looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Thank you all. Sorry, thank you all so very much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.